This lesson, we're going to be setting up our static URL. Right now, we're still working off of the routes. So whenever we go to local, or we need to start this up. So let's do it with nodemon. Index.js. So start that one up. And refresh. We see that we're still going to that hello world 3. So we needed to add in some middleware in order to capture and be able to set up our static index.html page. So let's do that. So we've set up our variables up here at the top. So just leave all of these here. And next, let's set up our middleware. So we're going to do app use, and we're using express static. So it's got a method called express static. And this is what we use in order to set up our static route or static path. So that's path.join. And then we use directory name in order to specify that it's coming from off the root directory. It's in a folder called public. And we need a few brackets there to close that off. So let's go ahead and try that out. And we can actually get rid of this one. So let's save that. And also one more thing let's add in here. Let's do variable path. And we're going to require path and save that. So that was one thing that we did miss out. So let's go back into our localhost 3000. We'll try that out. So do our inspect. And we see that pusher is actually being sent through. So this was just a test just to make sure that pusher is sending through. So we've got pusher state changed, connecting. We see that it's connected. The state changed, connected to the event channel. So we know that that's worked. And when we go into here, we see that we're actually passing through that message. And we can also go to our stats, and we can see that for that application that we've sent through our messages. And of course, if we were to make some changes, again, we're going to see that it's actually sending that message. So we've got pusher trigger to the my channel, my event, hello world. And let's do working. One more test. And just make sure that it is up and running. So now whenever we go to our index page, then that should actually fire off a message that we see hello world working. So that means that we're all hooked up and ready to go with pusher to move on to the upcoming lessons. So go ahead and set this up for yourself within your own application. Keys, and if you need to get your keys again, it's available under app keys. There's also some information here for getting started. So this was these are the files that we've brought in. So this was what goes within your node. This is how to install pusher. And this is actually what sits in the head of your application in order to initiate pusher and grab that information back. If you need your app keys, those are there as well. Stats are there. We've got our debug console. So if we need to do some debugging, we've got error logs. So if we're coming across errors, there's also webhooks. So go ahead and try that out and just make sure that it is up and running, that you are able to pass a message through whenever the state changes, that it actually passes our message into our alert there.